Welcome to the Overflow Mindset Group. Hopefully experiencing an overflow in your life. We're just going to talk about the markets here today and talk about why it may be time for the markets to start turning around. So, as we look at the S&P 500 E-mini futures chart, we'll see that if we put a Fibonacci retracement on it, the Fibonacci retracement has come back to about the 50% mark. So with Fibonacci, the general understanding is that if the price comes back to the 50 or the 61.8% and begins to turn around, that will be the turnaround that takes it much higher, and generally will make an equal move that it originally made in order to achieve this 50% retracement. So as we look at the S&P 500, you'll see that it actually tapped the 50% mark here, and it has been trending upward since it came down to that particular level. Also, this 3600 level is a really strong level of support here as well. We seem to bounce between these particular ranges. So and we're also now just tapping into the 50-day moving average, which it has broken above. So we have to watch this and see if it can continue to create a pattern above the 50-day moving average. So that's the S&P 500. We do still have some room to run up. So we'll also look at the Nasdaq in terms of Fibonacci retracement. So we're retracing from the bottom here, which is the pandemic start, and then we go all the way up to where it topped out, and we've already retraced here all the way back to the 61.8, almost perfectly to the 61.8. So with that said, the idea is that price should start to stabilize here. Whether it's going to bounce around a bit, here before it continues up, we will have to watch and see. But the idea is that it has come down to these levels, which generally would indicate that we start to see some sort of reversal in the market. Let's look at the Russel 2000 as well. These are futures. Again, using the same Fibonacci retracement, you're seeing the same sort of thing. And it's pulled back into the 50% retracement and started to show some signs of support. So again, we could see some movement back and forth, but ultimately this may be where the market begins to really turn around. We'll also look at the Dow and the Dow Jones Industrial Average here, and we'll see that this is a little bit higher than the 50% retracement here, but we'll have to continue to watch that. It has found support at about the 28.5 level, it looks like here, 28.5, and it's trading upwards. So if it can break out of the 200 and stay above the 50, then we could see some upward movement here as well. So we'll have to continue to watch these to see if we're starting to see a turnaround at this particular point. One of the things we also have to consider is that the markets don't necessarily have to coincide with what's going on day to day with jobs and interest rates and other things like that. So just keep in mind, when the market takes off, the market takes off, and which is true. If you watch the pandemic, you would think that was the end of the end, but that was actually the beginning of something new. So as we continue to watch these markets, we will see where we go from here. So, overflow.